All right. Welcome to Enterprise Connect, everybody. Thank you for kicking off your show with us here at Vonage. So today we're going to talk about multicast. Who here has heard this term before? A little bit, right? All right. So very simply, multicast is multi-communications as a service. So we're no longer thinking of UCaaS in a silo, contact center in a silo, API and AI. We need to take a holistic approach to how folks are communicating internally and externally. As consumers, we expect this, right? So who took a ride share, either coming to the show or you plan to take one at the show? An Uber or a Lyft. I took one yesterday. So when you're in the app, you get the push notifications, SMS. You also get in-app GPS. You can do the payment through the app. So as consumers, we expect things to work together. We don't want to know which cloud is handling the payment, which one is handling email, which one's handling chat. We want and we expect it to all work seamlessly together. So let's talk about some challenges that we're going to be solving with multicast. So the first one we just addressed a little bit. It's our expectations are rising, right? So we have a top-notch experience with a provider or a company we're working with. We're going to expect it the next time we work with another company. Our patience is lower, our expectations are higher, which means as a customer, I have less tolerance when things aren't working as I want. And as an employee, I want to do a good job, right? So I want to be set up for success so I can make it a good customer experience. The next challenge that we solve for with multicast is disconnected agent tools. So what does this mean? Have you called into a call center and been put on hold so they can look something up? Have you been transferred to another agent and then you have to repeat your same challenge all over again? It's the worst nightmare when you call into a contact center, right? Not only is it frustrating for you, but again, for the employee. They want to resolve your issue. They want to get you to the next step in your journey as quickly as they possibly can. The last challenge we'll talk about very quickly is IT complexities. So similar to disconnected agent tools, now when we're looking at IT complexities and thinking about different processes or workflows being in silo, it takes longer to get things done. So what does this mean to our consumers, to us as customers? It means it's going to take longer for me to resolve my problem. I may have to call in again. This could take a day, a couple days. Frustrating, and chances that I'm going to go back to this brand are probably shrinking as it takes longer and longer for me to get the job done. Every year, Vonage does a customer engagement survey. We survey all of our customers and we find out what are the trends, what are folks using, what are they looking to use, what's frustrating to them. When we ask customers, what are the top 5 frustrations you have about contact center engagements, you can see on the screen, most of these go back to how folks are collaborating internally and externally. When you're not tying in employee experience and customer experience into the way you design your communications, you're going to have an impact to your success. So we'll come back to this again, right? So when you start thinking about UCaaS and CCaaS separately, you're creating disjointed experiences for your employees. Frustrated employees create poor experiences for your customers. When we create an experience that's streamlined, that's efficient, they feel supported for your employees, they no longer are just working for your brand, they're really becoming ambassadors of your brand. So the happier your employees are, the better the experience that they're creating for the customers, which means you're going to have higher retention, you'll have higher revenue, and ultimately, that is where you find the intersection of business success. So high level, what are some things that we can do when we start to create this marriage between EX and CX? When we start to pull in business data into a contact center experience, we can create personalized flows. How often have we called into an airline to change a flight or to find out about your boarding time and they recognize you? Hey, Joe, I see you're flying to Orlando this afternoon. Is that the ticket you're calling about? That's starting to be the experience we expect across all brands. When we have this type of data, we can not only create just a personalized experience, but we start to have a more efficient experience. So now we're sending Joe to the right agent, someone that can handle his call because maybe they're trained in domestic versus international flights. So we've now made more efficient call routing. We've made a more efficient process for the agent who now has Joe's information surfaced as soon as he calls into the call center. And at the end of the day, again, we're creating a better customer experience. So at Vonage, we have the ability to offer many of the communications tools that customers are looking to use. So internally communicating, we have a platform, Vonage Business Suite, that also integrates into 13 out-of-the-box CRMs. So again, we're not just thinking about UCaaS or CCaaS or CRMs and business data, it's all together. In addition, our contact center suite integrates into our UC suite. So streamlined transfers, business data that now makes a lot more sense, all pushing back to your CRM as well. So now on an operational level, you have data that empowers you to make more strategic decisions about workflow, about training opportunities, about what's being said on your calls that's making people purchase or reducing support escalations.
Right.
So we'd love to show you more of what we have. We have a couple of demo stations set up over here. Some of them are integrated into a lot of the CRMs or productivity suites you're familiar with. So check them out with our friends over here. And then once you're finished, there's a hub upstairs that we have, a hospitality lounge. So join us in the hospitality lounge when you're finished. We have ice cream. I think it kicks off now already, right? So we're calling it A Ice Cream. So try to be clever there. So come see a demo and then visit us upstairs. Thanks, everybody.